Hello people, how are you today? St. Paddy's Day weekend. I have my tie. Let's see it. 3-leaf clover. Pretty neat. And my ring. Cupcake ring. From last year actually. I love green. Today I want to talk about, just for a short while, on golf. So you may hear the radio in the background. It's Arnold Palmer Invitational this weekend. And it's a serious affair. Do you like lemon iced tea? That's what an Arnold Palmer is. It's a renowned golfer, right along with Jack Nicklaus. Sam Snead, everybody. One of my favorite jokes is a Sam Snead joke. And Sam Snead was West Virginia, poor family. But he could hit a stick long before sticks were even really sticks, actually. I mean, this is just a beast of a stick to try to hit a golf ball with. And he was shooting 300 yards back then, 300, 400 yards. Which today, most guys can only do that with specially engineered equipment. Golf ball. Was a little fist putt for Tiger. He knew that was a tough shot to pull off. He knew that he wanted to have a go at trying to find the green. There's a camera in this thing. Little fist putt. That's my golf ball signature. JNTTE for my middle name, Jeanette. I actually pronounce it Jetta. I also use it for my pen name, JNNTE, ZH. Yeah, the J. But so you see the ball is, it's dimpled ball. It's dimpled because it needs that for aerodynamics. Golf is a game of physics and geometry. As you can imagine, the geometry, like when you think of billiards, you shooting pool, and in 3D. It's basically what it is. Billiards in 3D. And when you're swinging, you are creating a circle, an arc, on another plane, yet still. And that plane will vary in accordance with the length of your stick. So the sticks change in length. Okay, so we have sticks that go from, they're numbered, so 1 all the way through 9. And then you have your wedges. Wedges have different degrees on them, like 52-degree wedge, 60-degree wedge, and then some of them are just commonly known as sand wedge or chipping wedge. And then you have your putter, of course. And Bertha is usually, Bertha. Bertha is your big stick for teeing off. And then you can also tee off like with what is called a 3-wood, sometimes a 5-wood. You can use any stick you want really to tee off, but in terms of the feasibility of it. Each hole has a certain length. The length is based on the distance from where you're teeing off. Tee over here. Tee close to me. I love golf. So that's a tee. There's a camera in this damn thing. So there's a tee. There's just a stick with like a cuppy kind of a top. Okay, so it's a great game. If you've never played it, go play a real game, not putt-putt golf. Go to your local public golf course and play a game. And see, that's how it goes. Tee off, you know, stick, this is pointed so that you can stick it into the ground. As the only time you can use your tee is on the tee. You tee it off. Well, let me take that back. I don't actually know any rules where you can use it any other time. Now, okay, so back to the length of the sticks. So they run from 1 through 9. 1 is the longest. 1 and Big Bertha, which is the big, huge head tee-off stick. So 1 and Bertha are the longest. 9, well, the putter is the shortest, but in terms of actual full stroke, 9 is the shortest. And there are left-handed sticks and right-handed sticks. I use different ones. I'm mostly right-handed, but I have found that, like with my 7-iron, I shoot better actually with the left-handed 7-iron. Okay, so when you are making your swing arch, okay, the plane of the circle that you're going to be making, you know, when you're swinging. So the swing plane changes, obviously, because of the length of the stick. So because of that, you're also going to have a change in the positioning of your feet relative to the ball, as you might imagine. Longer stick, you're going to have to be farther away. Shorter stick, you're going to have to be closer. The sticks change in pitch, and that's the degree that the head is turned. The head of the stick. Not where you're holding your hands at the top of the stick, but actually where what hits the ball to give it flight. So the higher the number, the steeper the stick. Which is why your stance as you address the ball is going to be, your feet are going to be closer to your hips instead of farther from your hips. One of the best guides I ever had was a little tiny plastic pocket reference guide that I picked up at, I should have looked it up before. It's a really famous flea market down in Central Florida. Huge. But yeah, I mean, if you just look up flea markets in Central Florida and golf, there are only like 3 under the tarp. So really good. And yeah, so we had a chart in there to show you how your stance would change in accordance with the length of the stick. So it's a total interplay of physics. You would have to determine from play which momentum focus works best for you. Now for me, I have to employ hips. My impact has to basically come from my hips, and my arms and hands have to just hold and be like totally like a pendulum, you know, just like Just like the hand on a clock. It's totally dependent on everything else that moves. So that's the way I hit from the hips. And I love this tire. You like it? So this from last year too. Oh yeah, purchased it from Shopko. And yeah, so where was I? So the sticks are longer for the lower number. So 1 is longer than 2, is longer than 3, is longer than 4, is longer than 5, is longer than 6, is longer than 7. Different ways that it's described to hit. So you torque the body, meaning rear back, you swing through. You don't want your wrists really to be stiff, but you don't want them to be too loose. A really good movie to watch and get an idea of how to play is called The Greatest Game Ever Played. And it's about, it's a historical docu-film about Francis Ouimet. Ouimet was his name. And he lived in Boston, directly across the street from where we held our 19th. I always thought it was the 18th. But last time I looked it up, it says the 19th U.S. Open. We had missed one or more. Or at least missed at least one because of the World War I. In any case, really brilliant film. Very brilliant film. I've written about it in my blog in Essay Choice Selections, E55E choiceselections.com. That's the Shopify store. But yeah, I mean, it's a great game. You can play it pretty much all your life, you know, from kid to when you're a kid again. I typically am focused when I play. Like, you'll get people that like to go out there and just kind of hang out, you know. I am not like that. You should probably get it. I'm out there, I'm pretty serious. And, but it's a great game. It's good exercise if you walk and carry. If you drive the go-kart, you're not really gonna get any exercise. But yeah, so some people swing from their hips, some people swing from like one leg, you know. Yeah. And when you get really good, you can shape the shot. Like, there's really not a bad shot in its purity as a shot. It's only a bad shot if it doesn't do what you need it to do at the time of that aim. So, you know, if your ball is in an awkward spot, or if the hole is designed, each course has 18 holes for a full course. Some courses have 9 holes. They're called executive courses. Those 9-hole courses, a lot of times they're just as difficult as an 18-holer. It's designed that you can still have the challenge to develop all skills, but it's just 9 holes, quick one. A lot of guys go and play before they go into the office at work, and like right after they get off, before they go home. But yeah, so it's an awesome game, good exercise, great reflection on life, great time spent with nature and God. Yeah. So I'm keeping these short. I'm going to do another one later. But yeah. Stephen Bradley, and try some golf this weekend. There's actually a website, Play Golf America, something to that effect. And You know, there's similar worldwide. But if you just look up play golf, whatever your country is, then you'll find these different lists of public locations usually, or even private. And a lot of people run specials on a holiday, so check it out. Have an excellent weekend. Thank you.